Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Ladybug, and I have decided, let's get arranged here. I have decided to start a new um, painting. Seeing as I did finish the horse, it's done. All I have to do is seal it, and then I can do whatever I want to with it. But I've been wanting to start on this one for a while now. This is that great big rabbit, and it has 20 colors, but it is a 60 by 60. And I've been wanting to start this for quite some time. And as you can see, he's got the beautiful brown eyes. So we decided to start this morning. So I'm going to arrange it and back you up a little bit and see if we can get it to where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, right now I'm working in this corner, and I just started just a few minutes ago. So let me give you kind of an update. The drawing that we had, the prize or gift or blessing or whatever they call it, I did finally hear from Miss Diana. She had some surgery earlier in the week, and so she got behind on her video watching, and so she didn't realize that she was one of the winners. So anyhow, so I have heard from her. So as soon as I can, it's probably going to be about next week. I'm going to get all of them packed up and to the post office and get them all out to you. And so again, I just want to tell everybody thank you for participating. Thank you for subscribing, and congratulations to all the winners. And so I figured I'd throw that out and let everybody know that I did finally hear from her. And so everybody be prepared to get your packages within, it's probably going to be sometime next week. Okay, because I don't drive, and so I don't get to the post office very often. However, it'll get in the mail, and I will send emails, or I will state it in one of my videos that the packages are on their way. Okay, and that way you know that it's coming. Anyhow, and let's see what else is going on. I did tell you about the washer. Our washer bit the dust, and so, but luckily we've replaced it almost immediately. We got a good used one. It's been rebuilt for $225, which if we'd gone out and bought a brand new one, it would have cost us more, around about $600 or $700. So we opted for getting a used one. So anyway, and then my daughter went to do some dishes in the dishwasher, and which she did do. Right, I emptied the dishwasher, but for some reason there was water down in the bottom of the dishwasher. And so we got to looking at it and started, messing around with it, and kind of find out the water pump in the drain system has gone out. Like they say, when in this house, when it rains, it pours. You know what I mean? Anyhow, so I just got done a little while ago doing washing a bunch of dishes by hand. I haven't had to do that type of dishwashing in quite a while. So because we've always made sure we had a dishwasher. Well, now our hands are going to be the dishwasher, and so because we can't afford to replace it or have it repaired right now, we just got done doing the washing machine, and we all looked at each other and figured the washing machine is more important than the dishwasher. So the dishwasher's going to have to wait. So that's kind of the updates so far. But I did finish the horse, and he turned out very nice. And so what I'm going to do is I want to seal it, which I have to wait until the weather clears because it's damp and rainy, and I don't try to do any kind of sealing when the atmosphere is so damp and humid. So I decided to work on this one. I just wanted to take a break from everything else, and I've been wanting to start this one for a while, so I decided, well, I'm gonna go ahead and start it anyway. And then June is coming up, and I'm gonna have to look at my book because I don't remember exactly what's coming up for June. I don't know if it's the Crazy Birds. I think the Crazy Birds are supposed to be in August, so I can't remember what's in June, to be honest with you. So, if somebody will let me know, I'd appreciate it. Because I cannot, and I don't think, I don't think I wrote it down. I'll look, but I don't think I did. You know, so, and also tomorrow is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day, everyone. I hope you have a great Mother's Day. My daughter, she got me some flowers for Mother's Day, which is real sweet of her. They were real tall, but I had her cut them down and so we can fit it in a small container to fit here in the bedroom. Because unfortunately, I don't have that much room in the bedroom. If you'll hold on just a second. We took and stuck it in a mason jar, a little small mason jar. Hold on. Tilt that up. There we go. There's my flowers. Isn't that pretty? Nice pretty yellow flower. They smell good too. Yellows and purples. One of my favorite colors. Because I like bright colors anyway. But that's my Mother's Day gift from my daughter. And so anyway. Would help if I adjusted you, wouldn't it? Anyhow, so I just want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. And I hope your special ones cook you a nice fancy dinner and maybe a cookout or something like that. Yep. Buy you a bottle of champagne. Something, right? Uh, I hope you are enjoying the music. I decided to put some music on this time. It's just a piano and cello, you know, very calming, very soothing. Mhm. Nope, nope, there's one. I'm looking to see if there's any more teas. I got some right here, but I'll tell you what. Let's move this over a little bit, like so. That way I can get to them. And so I was rooting around and whatnot, and I just happened to run across this one, and I'm going, you know what? I want to go ahead and start that. So I did. Now this one will probably take me a while because, you know, I've got a lot of events coming up and whatnot. So I will get to this one a little bit at a time, I think. But that's all right. I like the big bunny. That's why I got it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still working on that one that Miss Bell sent. Um, Making Friends, I think it's called. Still working on that one. I worked on that a little bit last night. And after I got done with the horse. So I just did a little bit here, a little bit there. Yeah. Yeah, I finally got to bed. I guess it was around about 5 o'clock this morning, I guess. I don't know. I was tired, but I couldn't sleep, and plus I'm, you know, still not feeling that great. So I had some more grits this morning for breakfast. This time I just had it with a little bit of butter and a little salt and pepper, and because it doesn't seem to upset my stomach, so I don't know. I ate something that just doesn't sit well with me for some reason. So, like I said, it will pass. It will pass. All in good time. But I feel a little bit better than I did the other day. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I'm using my bigger tray this time around. Now this thing here, well, I heated this thing up, okay? And I'm gonna tell you what, this thing has got um, doesn't have a lot of colors, but it's got a lot of drills. Let's put it that way. And like the color I'm using right now, number 20. Okay. Without spilling it all over it. This is my thing. I have got a 20 here, plus the one I got in my hand, plus another one. I got 3 bottles of the number 20. and and the same way with number 19. Number 19, I've got, let's see, hold on. Got 1, 2, 3, I got 4 of number 19. And then number 10, I have 3 bottles of those. And then I've got 3 bottles of number 13. Yeah, so like I said, they don't have a lot of colors. They just have a lot of drills. So anyway, and number 20 is the number is looks like 3864, I think. It's hard to tell. Yeah, 3864. So needless to say, we have a lot of um, these different, colors. A lot of drills for specific colors. So, mm, but yeah, I've been wanting to do this one for a while. When I got this thing, I fell in love with his eyes. He's got such pretty eyes. Yeah. But when I purchased this one, I thought it was going to be like a 50 by 50 or a 40 by 40, something like that. When it got here and it was a 60 by 60, I'm going, oh my, because I don't hardly have any room for a really great big one. So I've got it over the entire table that I've got, and then the rest of it is down and hanging off the other side of the table. And I've got it clamped to the table. So so that way it doesn't slide off the table while I'm trying to work on it. Yeah, I did a pretty good sized batch of dishes this morning, and because the dishes kind of stacked up uh, because of the dishwasher. So, and most of what we got is large stuff. Yeah, looking to see if there's any more teas. I don't see any more unless I move this, and I'm not going to do that. So we're going to put it back in this little bottle, and we're going to move on to the next one. Whatever happened, that one happens to be. Mm, yeah. Mm, there we go. Mm-hmm. All righty. Let's grab this. Team up this. So now, what do we want? How about J? J is number 13. Of course it is. Mhm. But so I just kind of been just kind of hanging out this morning. You know, Lily and Frankie have been trying to drive my daughter crazy. But that's par for the course for those two. They go out there and drive her off her rocker, and then they come in here and go, Okay, we did our duty for the day, kind of thing. Yeah, I had Frankie come running in the bedroom and jumped up on the back of my chair and just sat there. And I'm going, okay, what did you do? And Melissa yelled down the hallway about Frankie, and I go, "What did she do?" And she says, "She's just being Frankie, just being a pain." I said, "Okay, what can I say?" So anyway, so Frankie stayed in here for a while, not long, just a little while, long enough to let Melissa cool down a little bit. I get fun. It gets funny. It's kind of like a rolling joke, between those three cats, the two cats and my daughter, because they love to irritate her, you know. Yeah, it's almost time to have to check their licenses. It's almost time to get their shots again. It's hard to believe it's almost been a year. Yeah, I have to look in this file and check and see what the date was on it. I can't remember what it was, but it's getting close to a year now since they got their shots. Hmm. Yeah, because they had their shots and worming and got spaded all at the same time. And it's been almost now. It's been about a year now, something like that. Anyway. Hmm. So I gotta check and find out what the date is and make sure I get them to the vet so they can have their shots again. Because they both of them seem healthy, you know. But I do want to. I'd like to get them wormed again too. I'm not saying they have worms, but I'm saying it's just a good practice to do it. You know. I'll ask the vet about it when I take them in. Yep, there's a lot of J's in here. Yep. I know it's tedious doing this one by one, but I've just gotten so used to single placing that I don't even think about multi-placing. Besides that, I can place single place and I get it right where I want it. It's not all wonky looking. So mm. Somebody was saying, know this. I know this is politics, but somebody was saying that President Trump signed some kind of executive order or whatever to open up these areas for the homeless veterans and also um, and diverting funds from what they've been spending on illegals. They're going to divert some of those funds over to taking care of our homeless uh, veterans in the aspect of their medical and that kind of stuff. So I hope they do. And so that'll be a good thing if he does. But I just caught the tail end of a report, and I said, oh well, that would be good. Now what else it involves, I have no idea. You know. Yeah, we're getting there slowly, but we are getting there. Trying to move this over where I can see it a little bit better. We've covered a lot of J's. And I understand that Pakistan and India have just agreed to a ceasefire because they were, battling out between them. I'm not sure what the circumstances were, but I understand that President Trump negotiated a ceasefire between them. So hopefully he can bring that conflict to an end. Now, if we can just get the other ones to stop fighting, then we'll be doing good, right? Yeah, they say that we got a new pope. His name is Pope Leo. So okay, I don't know anything about him. So hopefully he gets the church back where it needs to be. Mm. So that's all of our updates for around the world. I'm sure there's more, but I try to avoid the news as much as I can. Let's put it that way. It's kind of hard not to hear what's going on, but anyway, I just pray that eventually they can figure out find a way to live peaceably amongst themselves. You know. But I know that the only way that's going to happen is when God takes a hand and straightens them out. We all know that. Yeah, I listened to Star and her devotional this week. I actually had time enough to sit down and listen. And she was talking about the book of Leviticus. Let's see, okay. A little bit of wax here. Anyhow, so all things considered, the world's not doing too bad. Could be worse, I guess. Yeah, Dari White, she sent me an email that said she was in the hospital, but this was like a couple of days ago. And I don't know if she's still in the hospital or not. So y'all keep her in your prayers. And hopefully everything's okay. Mm. Yeah, I've done a lot of watching other people's channels, trying to catch up. You know, tell you what, you don't realize how hard it is to keep ahead of the game when it comes to being in connect, and connecting with everybody, and trying to keep up and keep up with the current things going on. And so you skip just a day or two, and boy, you fall way behind. That's all it takes. Well, mm, yeah, they delivered that other wash machine that my daughter got, and it's the same model, but I think it's an older model. I think. Then again, it may be a younger one. I don't know. Anyway, it's a bit bigger than the original, and so well. And she says it also has a couple of cycles on it that her old one didn't have. I said, okay, well, I guess it's a good thing. So she has to get in there and level it because it's not level right now. And that way she can start doing her laundry again. Yeah. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. Making some progress here in this corner. Yeah. I need to get on the phone and try to call my sister-in-law and wish her a happy Mother's Day. Yeah. Either that or I'll Facebook her. I can do that too. And just get her on Facebook and wish her a happy Mother's Day. That music's not too loud for y'all, I hope. Because I try to keep it down where you can just barely hear it. You know? Yeah, because it's like almost 6 o'clock. And I have no idea what time I got on here. Let's see, how many? Doesn't say. A lot of times you'll have it where it has a little timer, but it doesn't not showing anything. So I have no idea how long we've been on here. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I finally set my last drill on the horse. It was about midnight or so. And then, like I said, I worked on the Making Friends and worked on that one for a little while. And then I worked I was stitching on the Brighton Happy Town that I've got out. So I did a little stitching on that. And when the next time I looked up, it was a little after 5 o'clock, and I said, well, it is time for bed. So I ended up going to bed, and I guess it's about 5:30 this morning, something like that. So, hmm. And then I got up again, and I got up around about, I guess, about 8:30 or so. And and then about an hour later, they delivered the the washer, the new washer. And then my daughter took off and went to get her groceries. So, yeah, what she does is she orders groceries from Walmart for pickup, and then what she does is she goes in and she picks them up, and they deliver it to the car, and it makes it so much easier. And you don't have to deal with all the crazies. Yeah. Mhm. I'm going to try to finish out these J's, and then I think we'll bring this video to a close. Mhm. And we'll keep working on it because there's nothing else to do. It's chilly, it's wet, it's raining, and so about the only thing you can do is stay inside and maybe watch a movie or something and do some diamond painting or some stitching. Take your choice. Hmm. All right, we're getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, my hands are actually kind of cold. Yeah, because it's only, I think it's 56 degrees here. So it's not exactly warm. It's not cold, cold where it's snowing or something, but it's still kind of chilly. It's damp and it's chilly. So, mhm. I think it's some kind of medication that I'm on that makes me susceptible to the cold. Because I've never suffered with the cold before. And I mean, it could be 60 degrees and I'm freezing to death. And that's not like me at all. So I'm thinking it's probably one of the medications I'm on that makes me feel like I'm freezing all the time. Yeah. Usually by this time of the year, I've usually got the air conditioner on and running. But so far, I haven't had to turn the AC on but one or two times. And that was because not so much the heat, is because of the humidity. Because humidity makes it hard to breathe. Mm. So that's why I think it's probably one of the medications or a combination of the medications that I'm on. It caused me to be, thin-blooded or whatever, where the cold bothers me. The least bit of chill and I get cold. So, it ain't no fun getting old, that's for sure. Get over there. With this one that just don't want to stick. All right. I'll have to come back for those two. All righty. I'll dab them with a little bit of glue and we'll take care of that problem. Yeah. And so anyway, yeah, I did that removing the double-sided tape from a painting that I've got, and I gotta paint it with some of that dots stick or whatever it's called, and that way I can dab a little bit on here where it'll take care of that lack of glue right there. Yeah, well, it happens. I am glad that Sherry, Kentucky Philly, told me about it. Yeah. Because I don't want to have to throw away a perfectly good painting just because there's no glue on it. And I ended up having to do that, and I don't like doing that, because, everybody, I don't know about anybody else, but I have to live on a budget. And when I have to throw something away that I spent good hard-earned money on, it doesn't make me very happy. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I started doing what Miss Linda's been doing. She gets a kit and it's got bags, but she usually works out of containers, and she saves the bags for later. I said, I started doing that myself. And I do. I save the bags, and what I do is I use them to store my extra drills. I just put their DMC number on there and put the drills in there, and it's good to go. Yep. Mm. All righty, ladies. I think we're gonna wrap this up and bring the video to a close. So I'm gonna say have a good day. Enjoy your Saturday. Happy Mother's Day tomorrow. And we will catch you on the next time around. And again, congratulations on all the winners. And those paintings will be going out probably sometime this next week. Yeah. So that's that. All righty. Well, y'all have a good one. Have a good day. God bless you. God bless your families. Love one another. Hug each other close. And we will see you the next time. All right. Bye bye.